Hi,
Hi!
welcome back to Here's the Thing with Kendra and Noah.
For episode 10.
DAs.
We're in double digits.
Yeah, we did it. We made it.
Cheers to us.
Cheers.
We're drinking some
We
Stella
stuck
Rosa.
through it.
Yeah. You got the thighs out today.
I did. The feet might come out eventually if
Oh.
the viewers are lucky, you know.
No, please keep those away.
Yes, episode 10. We're just gonna kind of, I think, celebrate and wrap up
Yeah.
what this season was like.
Mhm.
We're gonna be taking a little break here with the holidays, but our plan is to get back after it, maybe like late January, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometime in January. And yeah, we didn't really we thought about doing like a topic for this episode, but then we were like, no, we should just close what I'm calling season 1.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like
We
it.
didn't decide
Yeah.
if we have seasons or how many episodes are in each, but I'm deciding that it's the end of season 1.
Mhm.
Kind of like what we did with episode 5.
Yeah.
We're just gonna drink and just kind of talk,
Yeah.
and hopefully it will be enjoyable. I'm already a little tipsy, so I'm gonna find it enjoyable.
Nice. All right. Well, I
Yeah.
guess I got to drink a little more.
Yeah,
then.
could you
Yeah. I gotta catch up.
catch up over
Yeah.
there? A little opposite from last time.
That is good wine, though.
Yeah, it is. The holidays are coming up. What are
Holidays
you most excited for?
I am most excited. You know, I think the pretty obvious ones: see my family and friends back home. You
Yeah,
know, gonna be
yeah.
flying out on the 16th of December, which will be a few days ago from whenever this drops. I believe this dropped like the 21st or 22nd. If I'm not
22nd?
mistaken. 22nd.
22nd.
So I'll be back in Merrill for about 2.5 weeks.
Merle.
And that's nice, you know.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, yeah, same.
Right.
We will be in Merrill together for the not like together, but like we haven't
same
been
time.
in Merrill at the same time for years.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've never gone back at the same time.
No. And we've talked about maybe doing like a little something when we're
Yeah.
back if we have time.
Right.
So that
maybe not like a full blown episode.
yeah, but
a
maybe
little-
just like a little fun catch up in Merrill, maybe with one of the boys
one
or
of the
two.
boys, maybe two.
Uh,
Who knows? Maybe guest appearances.
It also might not happen.
right. We're not
So-
gonna guarantee anything there. We'll see.
But it would be fun.
It would be fun. It would be nice. Yeah, I'm super excited.
We for sure got to grab a drink at the sawmill though.
Yep. I'm sure we will. I know. Obviously, Riley still lives in Merrill, so it's
Right.
easier for him. Your
Mhm.
brother will be back. I think
Yeah.
he'll try to make it back a good amount. I know my brother is gonna be back for like the whole first week. He's got off. Then I'm
Oh,
back, so that's kind
nice.
of nice. Yeah. And
Sam?
Quinn will be around. Yeah, Sam. Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. Well, Ian lives in Merrill, so
Ian,
he'll be
yeah.
around, but he'll be
Yeah.
working a little bit. But yeah, super excited to see all the family and everybody.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. And
Should be
just
a
to
good
see some
time.
snow, you know.
Yeah, well, listen, they're getting a lot right
Yeah,
now.
that's right. Hopefully
Yeah.
your flight goes fine tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Fingers
I think it
crossed.
will be.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. They're
I feel
pros,
like
right?
it's I'm getting there late enough in the afternoon that I feel like maybe it will like slow down
Sure.
a little bit, you know? I like the sweater you have on.
Thanks.
Is it llamas?
It is llamas. Alpacas, actually, I believe. I got
Alpacas.
it in Peru when I was
Oh.
25.
In your
No,
mid
even
20s?
younger. When I was, well, I am in my mid 20s. So in my early 20s, I guess I'd say. Actually, I might have only been like 23. But yeah, I went to Peru with my cousins Mallory and Ann, and it's so soft and comfy. And I think,
You know, it would be wild
tell me,
if it was made out of alpaca.
literally they told me it was, but I don't know if I believe that because it was
Does
very
it have
much
a
like
tag on it?
No, it's like handmade.
That'd
so
be
it might actually
wild
be.
if it was made out of alpaca and they put alpacas on it.
They said it was made out of alpaca fur, but it definitely felt like one of those things. Like if you've ever been to like a South American country
Mhm.
where you know there's stores where they'll tell you anything and try to barter with you and stuff. It just
Yeah.
felt like they were saying that, but
Mhm.
it is really
Can I
soft.
feel
So
it?
yeah,
Oh, that is nice.
yeah.
I don't know that. Well, I don't know what
I don't know
alpaca fur
Right.
feels like. I feel like that doesn't
I'm in the
feel
same
really
boat, though.
different than a regular sweater, though.
Yeah, I don't
feel like
think
they
it
lied
is
to you.
either. But I do like it either way, and it wasn't like excessively expensive, you know.
No, it's nice.
Thanks.
Yeah. It looks weird with the shorts, but
yeah. Well, I had the sweats on a moment ago, but I always get warm when we shoot these, and I knew those sweats are pretty warm, so I was like, I'll just do it in shorts.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well,
you work up a sweat when you're
work up a sweat sitting down. So yeah. I don't know. The last couple pods I've been getting warm. Well, we shoot them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it was a problem early on.
You stressed about what we're talking about?
Super stressed.
What's been your favorite moment of the
on
podcast
the pod?
so far?
Wow, that's tough. I don't know favorite moment.
Or favorite episode that we did or something.
I feel like maybe you'll agree with this. I had a blast with this sex episode with
yeah,
Allison.
I did too.
Even though I may have drank a little too much and, probably could have reined it back a little bit.
It's okay,
but
me
it's
too.
Fun,
It's okay. So, I'm an oversharer though, so.
And I mean, truthfully, I think that was probably our most popular episode. I was pulling up some of the old numbers here. On Spotify, it is.
Is there our most listened to?
Our second most by one. Our first one has. Our first one has 56 plays and is our most. But then
56, yeah.
55 for the sex episode, which is the second most. Which considering
so
it
one
only
person
came out,
was like,
yeah,
I don't want to listen to this podcast anymore.
But considering it only came out at the beginning of the month, like 2 weeks ago from right now, not even. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
And we actually get most of our listens on YouTube. That one, the About Sex episode, has 144 views on YouTube.
Oh.
So that's nice. Whereas
that's actually crazy that, I mean, like, obviously there are YouTubers who get like thousands of views.
Right.
But like, even just thinking that 144 people clicked on our that's wild.
I know. And that's also second. Our first episode again has 151, but again, it's been out for a lot longer, the first one has, than the seventh one. So I think most people probably like that one the best. But yes, that was my.
It was a fun one.
Yeah, not that the other ones weren't fun. I just
no,
it was just a mix of like the right amount of drinking. We were all in a good mood and a
it's
funny
just a
topic.
fun topic to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably do a part 2.
Yeah. As far as specific moments, though, I'm trying to think if there's like a single one. I did like when we all did our dive that we found. That was fun.
That was funny. But, yeah, if you haven't watched the sex episode on YouTube, I wish I knew like the timestamp because I could be like, just go to that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that was so hilarious. Good. We were watching it back. We were like, we did that at the same time.
Yeah. But what about you? Favorite episode? Favorite moment?
I mean, yeah, I agree with you that was pretty funny. Yeah. Our dive into sperm donation was also
my god,
fun.
Yeah, I actually like that one a lot too. What episode was that during?
That was episode 5 where we just drank and talked about nothing.
Yeah. That was good. We learned a lot about sperm donation that day.
We really did.
Yeah.
I hope you all learned a lot too. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, we're here to educate.
Right, educational podcast for sure. It's yeah. Thanks to everyone who's been listening. Way more of you guys listen than I thought would because
we
there's
appreciate
so many
it.
people that have podcasts and like, especially my friends out here in LA. I feel like if I asked them like, how many friends do you know that have started podcasts, they could probably say like 20. And to like take the time to listen, really thoughtful. And appreciative with that.
Yeah. What else?
What else, my girl?
You got any questions for me? You always have questions. You got a question? A random question?
Yeah, I can probably think of one.
Okay.
For season 2,
what
are you most looking forward to, or what would you like to try?
We're gonna need another bottle of wine.
Hell yeah.
I fly out tomorrow and I'm fully just getting drunk. Also, haven't finished packing yet.
That's why you get drunk.
I'm gonna forget something now. Sorry, what was the question?
For season 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. What am
What would you be excited for? Or is there anything you like want to do differently or try differently that you think would be good?
Ooh. I don't know that there's anything that I like can think of right now that I'm like we should do differently.
Yeah.
Well, actually I take that back.
Mm-hmm.
I do think I would like to be like personally I would like to be more organized. And we've kind of talked about this about how we always have topics, you know, and we'll talk about beforehand like what we want to talk about, but we don't like write it out.
Mm-hmm.
And so then sometimes editing takes a long time because we have to watch back a long episode because we won't like limit ourselves to how long we talk about something. So I do think that I want to get more organized and like really like think out like, okay, let's talk about this and let's only let ourselves talk about it for 20 minutes because then yeah, there's just like less work for you, honestly, because again, I don't do much. I just sit here and talk. No, but I do want to. We technically have a TikTok account, and I have not made a TikTok yet. But now that I have a new computer that is not ancient, I'm gonna try to do that. So yeah, I just want to like do more like content, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because like I only post on Instagram when we have like a new thing. And we've come up with good ideas of things to post, but then it's like I haven't made the videos for them, so that's my own fault though. What am I looking forward to? Trying to think of like the topics that I'm excited to do a mental health one. I think that's important, and I'm excited for the bucket list one too.
Yeah, the bucket list one should be really fun.
Yeah,
that was an early idea for us.
Yeah, I've been slowly writing out my bucket list.
Ooh,
it's a lot of places that I want to travel to, so I'm trying to think of other things besides travel.
Right.
Because I'm like travel to here, travel to here, travel to here, travel to here, and I'm like, what else do I want to do besides traveling?
Activities.
But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, for me, one I was thinking of, my buddy Jack actually threw this out there too, and I was like, I agree, was I do want to, as far as editing goes, do a little more of the, like, different camera angles. Because right now I just use them for when the main camera cuts out. Just because feels like a lot more work to cut back and forth. And also the other reason is because I use phones for that, and the camera quality is just not as good as like big DSLR. But it's I feel like it's more engaging in general to have that cutting back and forth, and it's kind of nice. So I would like to try that and hopefully get episodes a little more
fun and creative with the editing. Yeah.
Yeah. If I had endless amounts of money, I would buy another nice camera and then easily get like 2 really good shots, and that'd be sweet. But so yeah, I would like to do that.
Maybe in 2023 I'll finally get a sugar daddy. I can get a new
asking for a camera.
A new camera. Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah.
Manifest.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then I would like to, I agree with that. I think we have written stuff down before, but a little bit more of a backbone to keep us from rambling, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good at that. So
yeah. But yeah, content would be good too, like non-pod stuff, like just stuff to post on TikTok or Instagram would be kind of fun to make.
Yeah, like also like behind the scenes stuff, or just like little like extra things where like we can do throughout the week that aren't like a full episode, so they aren't going to take a long time, but just like fun little things. You know what I really want to do that I think would be fun?
Okay, tell me. I'm a little scared.
I can tell the way that you're looking at me. Don't be scared. It's okay. I think when you're ready, of course. I think.
Go on. Is it Hinge? Is it setting up my dating profile?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun to do.
That would be fun, yeah.
It also would be. It wouldn't go very well, I feel like, but it would be fun for you to go on my dating profile and like match with guys that you like, and then like me do it for you.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah. Kind of like pick out the people
I feel
like
you would match with guys though that I wouldn't want to
No, for sure.
with.
I'd be like, this guy looks like such a good dude. Like, and look at this. I'd be interested to see, because you've shown me a lot of guys before, so you know my reaction to certain guys. But I've never really like shown you pictures of girls, so I don't know what you.
I feel like I
would
kind
prefer.
of know. I feel like I kind of know though, like who you're into. Well, I
That's
guess
fair.
we could do it with not like who we like, but like who we think you would like actually like.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe throw in one that I like, you know?
There are always guys that you're like, no, I liked him. Why didn't you match with him?
She'll show me something and I'll be like, that's so funny. Like, this dude has a hilarious joke. And she's like, yeah, I swiped left. I was like, why?
But yeah, I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be really fun, actually.
And it wouldn't have to be like, I feel like that could be a thing that wouldn't have to be like a full episode. It could just be like a little YouTube thing. Yeah.
That is a fun idea.
Fun.
Oh, you know what else we get to look forward to? No, you go. Okay,
no,
you're super excited.
No,
what?
you, please.
I was just going to say another handful of guests. Like Hannah will get on here.
Yes.
And we haven't really planned any too much, but I'm sure we'll be able to find some people.
Hannah, which quick shout out to Hannah. We shout her out almost every episode.
Yep, before they're verified.
But, yep. Love you so much. She drove over to our apartment tonight to drop off little Christmas cards for each of us, and she wrote a full handwritten letter in each one. I cried during mine. She's just the sweetest human ever. So definitely follow before they're verified and listen to her podcast. Because she's also a very good interviewer.
Yeah, and she's got a great podcast voice. If you listen to her episodes,
she really
like,
does.
Dang.
It's so like calming.
Yeah,
and just.
I
just love her so much.
She like perfected it and then started doing podcasts where I just like come up and like yell.
Same.
Just, like when I'm editing, I'm like, calm down, Noah.
Same. Yeah, she's incredible though. No, what I was gonna say is, we also, both have our own films.
Yeah.
Next year that we'll be able to talk about too, which will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll probably we'll probably be able to talk about that like as the process goes on, you know, if we're filming episodes every week still.
True, yeah.
Kinda
So you're filming in January?
Yeah, it'll be like we're hoping 2 weekends in January, as long as everything comes together right.
Yeah. I don't know when I'm filming yet, but early. Yeah. Early next year. So yeah, we can talk about it like while we're doing it, and then also like
for sure.
the finished products.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Look at us making our own films.
We're little creators.
I know. Wow. Artiste. Yeah.
Yeah, big year coming up for us.
It is a big year coming up for us. It's the year I'm gonna book something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You too.
Me too. Absolutely. Yeah. I just didn't want to like steal your thunder and say, yeah, me too.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay. No, you can say, yeah, me too.
Oh, absolutely.
You have a hole in your sock?
I actually have two.
There's one I put my foot in. I knew immediately. Immediately, once I said that, I knew you were gonna be like, "Well, yeah, every sock has a hole in it because you gotta get your foot in there somehow." I knew you were gonna do that.
I've never done that to you before.
It. I know your humor, though.
That's fair. But yeah, it's such a little hole though. Just a little skin to show for the audience.
How's that wine?
It's good. I think I like this one better than the first one.
Yeah.
I bet they would mix really well, honestly though.
Stop it. Noah got up to get more wine, and then he comes back with the same brand but a different kind of wine, and he just starts pouring it in my glass, and I already still had some left over, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Was it not the same?" And I was like, "No, it's not."
I just assumed it was the same wine. They both taste fairly similar. Sweet.
Yeah. Stella Rosa?
Yeah.
I still think my favorite's the Stella Rosa Black, though.
I'm not sure I have them in my brain well enough to like remember which one's
That's
which.
fair. I like Stella Rosa, so I buy them often.
That's fair.
Did you get anybody after the sex episode that was like, learned too much about you? Didn't like that?
No, I don't think I did. I did talk to my parents the other night though, and they mentioned something that they're like getting caught up, and I was like, oh yeah, you probably don't have to listen to episode 7. And they're like, is that the sex one? I was like, yeah. And my mom goes, yeah, your dad saw that one and was like, I'm not gonna watch that one.
No, Polly and Jay, please don't.
Good, yeah.
I don't want them
also,
to either.
Hopefully none of. I know my Aunt Jeannie has listened to every episode, so I'm hoping she skipped that one. But I guess I'll find out at Christmas.
I don't think my parents listened past the first episode. So that's fine because I don't need them to listen to. Did Kyle listen to that episode?
I think he's. Actually, I don't know. He never texted me about it.
Because I don't need him to listen to it either.
Oh right.
Because that's my brother.
I bet he didn't. Actually. He probably thought, nope, I don't need to listen to Kendra talk about sex. Good. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, Mitch did. I don't know how many of the other boys did. Mitch was the only one who texted me, but he got, some shout outs in the episode, so.
Right. He had that very important question.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Did he actually ask you that?
No. But everybody thought he did. I was talking with him and Ball later, and Ball was like, oh, I thought you actually asked that.
I thought that because the way that he messaged our podcast Instagram account, he said, like, thank you for asking that question, answering that question that I, that I had asked, or that I definitely asked. The way, I don't remember exactly, but the way that he worded it, and I never asked him. I messaged him back, but I never asked him. But the way that he worded it, I was like, I don't think he actually asked that.
No, if he didn't, it was a little surprise for him. But I think it was a good start to the episode.
You would do that.
Plus, later on, I think you and Allison are saying something, and I'm just like, listen up, Mitch.
Yeah. Yeah, no, after we said that if you didn't have size, as long as you were able to do other things. Yeah.
We love him.
Poor guy.
Mm-hmm. But
just throwing your friends under the bus.
Well, when it comes to Mitch, yeah. He knows I love him, my sweet little baby boy.
It's just so funny because he's so tall. He's not little, He's not a little baby boy. I remember, I think it was my freshman year of high school. And it was a football game, Friday night, And we're in the student. Do you know what I'm about to say? And we're in the student section and it's quiet. And him and John Kaler yell out, Kendra Jessica's pregnant? Oh my God. Everyone looked at me. I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, guys, why would you say that?
That is so funny.
Oh my God.
It feels like classic Mitch, too.
It was awful. I was like, guys, I'm not pregnant. Oh my God. He just waited until it was quiet too, and I was like, cool, glad you just yelled that for everyone to hear. And
he's a loud boy.
He is. And I think John yelled it with him too, so it was both of them.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. What's the topic that you're looking forward to in the next season?
I'm definitely excited for bucket list episode. I think that'll be fun. I don't know. I guess I'll have to sit and think about some topics. I'm kind of interested to see what topics that we have guests on for. If we think of something that we're like, oh, this person would be really good for that.
Yeah, true.
But
true and real.
Haven't done true and real. Haven't done too much brainstorming yet. But yeah, the bucket list one will be fun. And if we do that dating app switch,
yeah,
I think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
It would be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh, well, then we'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, first and foremost, this podcast is for us.
Right.
I listen to every episode.
I do 3 times.
I listen to the finished product. If you were hooking up with a girl, are you a what you doing guy, or are you want to hang out guy?
Want to hang out for sure.
Really?
I was never a big I see the appeal of the what you doing, but I guess I was never.
It's just
big
3
appeal.
letters.
Yeah, the WID. I'm not that much of an abbreviation guy. I've started using RN a lot for right now. But typically I don't do abbreviations too much.
That's fair.
So yeah, the what you doing. I don't know. There's something in my brain that I'm like, I say, what are you doing? You know, or like, what you doing? I like what you.
What you doing?
What you doing?
Well, that could be YWD though.
That's true.
What you doing?
Yeah. But yeah, I'd rather say, what was the other one you said? Want to hang out?
Want to hang out, yeah.
I'd rather say that.
Okay.
It just feels, because also it's like, I'm coming with a little more clear intentions. Like, hey, want to hang out? Not just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but you don't think that what are you doing implies, like,
sure,
I'm reaching out to hook up?
Probably for the most part, but.
You know, like, hey, this is a booty call.
Yeah, but I guess there could be a little confusion. Well, what I'm trying to think. You'd think it would be clear, but there are times when like saying what you're doing isn't that clear. No, I think I would stand by. I'm just a want to hang out guy. The why their WYD just I don't know. It's not for me. You know.
That's fair. What's your oh no? Please.
Have you ever? So have you asked a guy to hook up before? Have you ever sent the what you doing text?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your go-to? Do you send WYD? Want your D?
That was good.
Pretty good, right?
I'm gonna send that next time, and then the guy's gonna be like, "Nothing. What about you?" And I'm gonna be like,
no,
that's not what that meant. I'm sorry. Did you think I said what are you doing?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not really. I feel like it depends on the guy.
Oh, okay.
Like, definitely will send him a what are you doing?
And he knows.
Yeah. I feel like I still though even him though I still haven't often. I feel like it depends on the guy and like what he usually says to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like if a guy is usually like, "Hey, how are you?" and makes like very minor small talk before being like, "Want to hang out later?"
Right.
Then I'll typically just text him like, "Hey," or something.
Oh, just a flat out hey.
I've done that before.
Interesting. Hey. Hate it.
I agree. But I don't know. I feel like I actually was talking to a friend about this today because I was talking to him about my friend that I went to lunch with.
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just talking about like if like I'm just like hooking up with a guy, like if we talk about like what we're doing, or if it's just like known that like, oh, this is a hookup, you know, or whatever. And he was like, you don't like the first time that you like hang out with a guy say like, what are you looking for? I'm like, no, not always. Like, I feel like sometimes it's very obvious that like they're just looking for a hookup, you know? And then maybe if like I start to like kind of like the guy or like want to like maybe see if there's anything there,
right?
Like, then I might like want to ask, but not typically. And he asked me like, are you afraid to like ask a guy? And I'm like, yeah, because I feel like if it seems obvious that like, oh, the guy just wants a hookup, I feel like I can't be like, so what are we doing? What are you looking for? Because then I feel like
the clingy
he's
one
gonna think I'm like crazy and like into him too much and clingy and like, yeah, like I'm immediately when like that's not the case. Like sometimes I'm like I just want to know like for real like what, because I think this is just it, but like maybe you're also thinking that and you don't want to ask me, and so we just don't ask each other, and then like nothing actually happens when like maybe we both would like to go out sometime. But I feel like I can't because I feel like I'm just gonna like scare them away, and like they're not gonna believe me when I'm like, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Like if you just want to hook up, that's fine. But I'm also like open to other things. But I feel like they don't believe that. Like I feel like they're like, oh, she says that she's fine with it, but like she's not, and she's gonna get too clingy and stuff. So like I'm gonna stop seeing her.
I feel like you have to be really careful about the way you ask that and present it.
Yeah.
Like you can do it in a way that could make them be like, oh, I understand. She's just curious. I can tell she's not like clingy, but I think it'd be really easy for like a dude's brain to be like, oh, she's trying to like have the talk. We like hooked up together twice. Like what? This
literally
is so annoying.
my therapist the other day was like, well, like we were talking about me setting boundaries, and she was like, well, when you like meet a new guy, like, do you basically like kind of the same thing? Like, do you ask like what they're looking for, or like blah blah blah? Do you ever like ask them out, kind of in a sense? And I was like, not really. I feel like the few times that I have been like, hey, like, do you want to maybe like sometime actually go out, you know, like in public?
In public?
I feel like they say like, yeah, sure. But I feel like they don't actually mean it. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I feel like they think she's already here. I want to hook up with her, so I'll just say what she wants me.
Right.
Like, what she wants to hear, what she wants me to say. But then, like, they don't ever follow through with it. And so I feel like they're just saying it because I'm there. And they're like, oh, fine. Yeah. Like, yeah, sure, I'll go out sometime. But they don't actually, like, mean it.
Do you think with some of these guys, if you, like, texted one of them and was like, hey, let's go to the Woodman tonight for a drink. Let's have a drink and get some food. Like, just the two of you. Do you think they would be like, yeah, all right? Or do you think they would, like, swerve you?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Because do you think it's, like, a planning thing? Because some guys are just like, oh,
not
yeah, sure, we can do that sometime. But they're, like, you know, maybe not at a point where they're, like, trying too hard to have a relationship. So they're like, yeah, sure, we'll do that someday. But, like, they don't actively try to do anything. Not that they don't want to. They're just not, like, actively doing it. But maybe if, like, you would ask them, they'd be like, oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Maybe.
I'm not saying for sure. I'm just curious.
I think also, though,
yeah.
I'm a little afraid. Listen. Money's a little tight right now. And I'm a little afraid to, like, ask a guy out. Because I very much am in the boat of, like, on a first date, the man should play.
Man should play.
The man should pay. I'm not really like traditional in a lot of ways. Really not many ways at all. But in that sense, I am. Like, if you're gonna ask me on a date, I expect that you're gonna pay. Especially if you like suggest a like somewhat like more expensive place. Like I'm expecting you to pay, because if you're going to like if I know what you do for a living, and I know that like you probably make money, and then you're also suggesting an expensive restaurant, and then if you were to ask me to like pay for I'd be like, first of all, you make way more money than I do. You're the one that chose this expensive restaurant, and you asked me out. You're paying.
I feel like even if you didn't know how much they made, if they asked you out and were like, we're going here, and it's some expensive bougie place, then yeah, they better fucking pay, because like we didn't talk about this to decide where to go. You just said we're going, and now you want me to pay
like the guy
$80 for a plate? No way.
I went on one date with, because it wasn't great, so there wasn't a second. But we went to like this fancy rooftop bar. The drinks were at least I got 2 drinks. They were each $22. I would never buy myself a $22 drink, let alone 2 of them. I'm sorry, with tip, that's $50
easily.
I'm not spending that on 2 drinks and that's it.
Yeah.
So like he paid, which I was like, great, because I wasn't going to, you know.
Yeah.
But so I feel like, because I think that, and I don't want to be like a hypocrite and have a double standard, so I feel like if I ask out the guy, I'm like a little afraid that they're then gonna like I'm like I don't think every guy would do that. Like, I do feel like, especially if it's like our first time like actually going out, and they like agree to it, I do feel like most guys would probably still pay.
Yeah.
Even if I like initiated it. But I'm like, but what if in their mind they're like, she asked me out, she's paying.
Yeah, I don't think any guy thinks that. I could believe it if a guy maybe thought, oh, this was her idea, she'll pay for herself. I don't think any guy would be like, oh, she's paying for me too, you know?
Oh, okay.
So I could see if
if
you do
a
that,
girl
them being
asked
like,
you out and you went out, would you pay for both of you? Or would you only pay for yourself?
I guess I would need more context. She's asking me out, and I know where it's like a romantic thing.
Yeah.
I would offer to pay. Unless it was insanely expensive, maybe again.
Okay.
Like if it was some really expensive place and like she knows I don't make that much money, I would probably be like, hey, that looks great. Like, I don't really know. It would depend how much I like her too. Because, if it's early on, I wouldn't want to be like, no, sorry, I'm like broke. But I also wouldn't show up and be like, yeah, I got yours. Like, I would be much more inclined to be like, yeah, we're going
That's
Dutch
fair.
on this one.
Yeah.
But I do agree in general, like first dates, I usually try to pay.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing where it's like, it wouldn't, like, it would be like a first date, but it's like if I have just been hooking up with this guy, it's not like the first time we're ever like meeting and stuff. So I don't know. I'm also like a little nervous to do that.
That does kind of change the dynamic of it.
I'm like, I don't want to. Once I'm in a relationship, I don't expect him to pay every single time. Like, I will gladly pay. Like, my last relationship, we pretty much every other, like, he would pay, and then the next time I would pay, and then he would pay, and then I would pay. Like, and it wasn't a thing. We didn't like keep track of like, oh, well, last time I only like, or like last time I paid $50 and this meal is only $25. So like you got to pay again the next, like we didn't keep track of that. It was just like every other one. And like, that's fine, but I don't know, but it's like, if I'm not like in a relationship with the guy, and if I'm worried that he's just going out with me because he like thinks he like needs to or whatever, it's like, I don't really necessarily want to spend my money on you then.
I feel like if you were going to do that, you'd have to be like really clear about it as well though. Like, hey, do you want to do this? Like, do you want to go on like a date and go here for this? You couldn't just be like, what are you doing tonight? Want to grab a drink? Like, because then he just might be like, we're going to go for a drink and then we're going to go back and hook up like we always do. But she just wants to go out for a little bit this time. And then he might not,
Oh, you think so?
Whereas if you're more clear, like, hey, I kind of want us to like go on a date, maybe then he would be like, I mean,
but that scares me.
It increases the likelihood of him saying no at
right,
that point.
That scares me to like say like,
yeah,
hey, I want to go on a date with you.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's not even like, oh, he could reject me. It's like, oh, he's gonna think I'm clingy. Like, there's some, like, it's
That's
worse.
That's a bigger fear, huh?
Yeah, like, it's worse. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, yeah, let's workshop this. There's got to be a way to bring it up.
Let's talk about this little piece of hair. Noah said to me yesterday, 2 days ago, listen, out of the blue, we weren't talking about it at all. Out of the blue, he just like comes down the hallway and we say hi to each other and he goes, should I grow my... No, you said, should I cut my hair before I go home or grow it out for 2 years? I said, those are very different things. Like, two extremes. Like, I was expecting you to be like, should I cut my hair before I go home or wait until I'm home? Like, that's what I was expecting. And you were like, or grow it out for 2 years. Yeah. And I was like, whoa.
Well, my problem is it's long enough on the sides right now where if I'm going to keep it short, I should cut it. Because otherwise I'm going to be home for another 3 weeks and it's going to be, extra long then.
Mm-hmm.
Or I've played with the idea of growing it out again. So I'm like, maybe I start now and grow it out for the next 2 years. But, like, I can't.
Does it get to, like, short shoulder length? Like, for 2 years, like, how long would it get?
Around the levels when I had my man bun. If you remember. So, like, past my shoulders.
Okay, past the shoulders. Okay.
But that was also from a shaved head start.
Why do we call it a man bun? It's just a bun.
It's a bun on a man. Why do we call it history and not her story?
God, you're annoying. Oh, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Since it's almost the new year.
Oh. Little resies?
2 things. 1, some resolutions. Also, what is some of your favorite music that came out in 2022?
Oh.
Because we love music here at Here's the Thing.
Yeah. We do love music, and for folks that don't know, I like pop punk and emo music a lot. So a lot of the bands I listen to, I would guess not many people like or know of. But with that said, let me think. Let me pull up my Spotify. It's tough to know which ones I just found this year and which ones actually came out this year. Oh, I liked the 1975's newest album. I didn't like it at first when I heard it. Okay. And then it grew on me, and I actually like it quite a bit.
Okay.
There's this band called Palette Knife that released a song called Jelly Boy that I really like. And I also found some of their other music earlier in the year that I like.
Jelly Boy.
Yeah. Pool Kids I found, and they have this song called Conscious Uncoupling that I like a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those are probably some of my faves.
Okay.
Mom Jeans put out a new album this year that was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love Mom Jeans.
We love Mom Jeans.
The clothing.
The band too.
The band apparently is great too. Good to know.
Yeah, this year I don't think there's like a standout album that came out for me though, which usually there's like one or two that I was like, oh, this album was incredible.
Interesting.
Where I don't know if I found one like that this year that like I'm like, oh, front to back, this is incredible. So I'll have to keep my eyes out.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, my girl Taylor, love her Midnight's album.
Love it.
3 a.m. deluxe version.
Deluxe.
Also, I'm pretty sure, did Givion's album come out this year? I think it did. Maybe it came out last year. Let me see.
Take a little gander.
A little gander, give or take. By Giveon. Yeah, June 24th, 2022. Nice. Yeah, great album also. Jasmine Sullivan's Hotels.
That came out this year.
Yeah, at least
or you just like started listening to
it. Well, the deluxe version did at least. I wonder if Hotels came out in 2021, but the deluxe version came out in this year. So yeah. I gotta give a shout out to one of my best friends, Jalen Rance. He put out his very first album, Indecisive, this year in February. It's amazing. Go check him out. He's so talented. If you're listening, I love you, Jalen. So proud of you. Also, SZA's new album that just came out. Good? It's so good. I don't know if you've heard me, but I've just been listening to it
really?
On repeat. Yeah. It's so good. Dermot Kennedy put out a new album that's good. Noah Kahan's Stick Season.
Oh yeah.
Have you listened to that yet?
I haven't in its entirety yet. I love the title song.
It's
Stick Season is a great song. I'm sure I've heard enough of the album in the background because I feel like Hannah and Kendall and Hunter play it all the time. Yeah. But I haven't sat down and listened to it, so I'll have to do that.
No, that's really good. Also, Harry Styles' Harry's House came out this year.
That was this year, huh? That's the one with what were the big ones off this most recent?
As It Was.
As It Was, yes, thank you. That song feels like it's been out for so long.
I know.
What month did that come out?
It was May.
May. Oh wow, that's not even that long.
Yeah,
I thought
it feels like
February
it was.
March.
Also, Kehlani's Blue Water Road album came out this year, which also feels like it has been out for longer, but that was late April of this year. That's also a very good album. Yeah, More Than I Should is a great song. Yeah, I feel like those are. I think Conan Gray. I think his album came out this year too. Super Ache. Yep. Super Ache came out this year. That's a good album.
Super Ache?
Super Ache. Yeah.
Okay. Who's that by?
Conan Gray.
Okay. And that is a what type of music?
He's like, let's see. Does it say like what type of music it is at the bottom? Like pop ish, I
Okay.
guess.
I just wasn't sure if it was like folky or like R&B or what.
He's like singer songwriter pop. Yeah, those are probably my top. I mean, that was a lot, but
Yeah, that's all right.
um
That's still good.
I listen, I love music. I listen to it all the time. Yeah, and I mean, oh, that's wild. I saw Noah Khan do the 6th season album, and then I saw Harry Styles do Harry's House.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna next year see Dermot Kennedy do the Sonder album.
Huh. And they all played them in their entirety? Or it was just a tour for that album with like go to chunk of those songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah Khan did almost his whole album. Same with Harry, but he didn't do Grape Juice, which I was very disappointed about. And Noah Khan didn't do Still, which I was also very disappointed about. But
what would you say your favorite concert of the year was? If you had to pick one.
Well, I guess I really only went to the 2. I mean, Jalen had like a concert, but he only did like 3 songs, I think.
Didn't you go to that Landon Conrath one the other day too?
Oh, I did go to that one. That one was good.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah, he was very good.
Like
that wasn't my favorite though.
That's fine.
Honestly, I think it was Noah Khan.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, listen. Harry was very good, but I saw him the night that he got the flu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he like, I don't know. I saw him on a Wednesday night, and I don't think he had a concert on like Thursday. And then like over the weekend, he like canceled those shows.
Mm-hmm.
And he had said like during Wednesday's show, like I started to like not feel good, whatever. And then yeah, he got the flu. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like I could tell that like he wasn't like fully there, just because like I've seen so many like clips of his concerts and stuff. And he like is super engaging with the audience. Like signs are kind of like the thing, like people make signs because like he always like points out a few and he'll like talk about them and like have little conversations. And he only did that for like 2, and it wasn't even really like, he kind of just like pointed them out, like didn't really like say anything. And like, yeah, he was still very good and like still like came out for like his encore songs, but it just felt like compared to the clips that I had seen, it just like fell a little flat. And then I was like, oh, that makes sense, because I just feel like he obviously wasn't feeling well, so he was like pushing through it, which was disappointing, because I was like, not that it was a bad concert by any means, but I do feel like it probably probably could have been better. So it was just disappointing that that's the night that I went to.
That's fair, but at least yours didn't get canceled.
Right. I mean, those got rescheduled, but still.
Oh, they did. Okay, I wasn't sure.
But still, I'm sure that there are some people that can't go now because of the like when it's been rescheduled. Yeah. But yeah, so I would probably say Noah Khan. Nice. Also, I was closer for Noah Khan, and I'm just
it's
like,
something about that, you know?
Yeah, like which is why I don't like stadium tours. And like part of me is not like, I'm very disappointed I didn't get Taylor Swift concerts, but part of me is like also okay with it, because I know with like my budget, I wouldn't have gotten like, you know, like a good seat, and there's just something about like, and I've been to stadium concerts before, and again, it's not that I don't have a good time, but it's just like, I'm just watching like the Jumbotron of them most of the time, and it's like, yeah, like I could watch this at home and like not, and like it's a little different, like there's still something about being in the room, you know, and like hearing them live yourself, that's still like enjoyable, but also it's like, if I'm just gonna spend money to like just watch a screen the whole time, I'd rather not. So
yeah, I'm the same way. That's why I wasn't really too disappointed when I didn't go to My Chemical Romance.
Oh yeah,
like we had been talking about, because I was like, you know what, I don't know, I'm not gonna spend enough money to get in the pit, and like, do I really want to sit just up in some seats and like listen to this music? I don't know. So
yeah. Yeah. What other favorites from the year?
Favorite show, I feel like, was Severance yours?
Or probably, was yeah. No, probably.
Yeah, I think it probably was for me too. So I mean, I liked Better Call Saul, but not as much as Severance. Yeah, I think Severance for me too. It was so good.
It's so good.
Do you have a favorite movie from the year?
Ooh. I feel like I didn't watch that many movies this year.
Fair.
Also, I'm struggling to remember.
It's hard to remember what you watched this year, too.
Yeah. Honestly, that movie that we watched last night, I really enjoyed that.
I did too. I was so surprised the reviews weren't better.
Yeah, we watched Spirited.
Apple TV.
Yeah, the movie, the new Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell movie. Shut up. And it was actually really good. I also feel like I didn't realize it was like a musical.
I don't think I knew that.
For whatever reason. I didn't think I
follow Ryan Reynolds on Instagram, and I remember him posting like the choreography practices with him and Will. Yeah. So I knew there was some big number in it, but I thought maybe it was like one at the end.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I saw that, but for whatever reason, it didn't register. Like, oh, maybe this is a musical. Like, I thought it was just like one thing in there.
Right.
But it was actually, I'm glad it was PG-13 and not PG, because I feel like some of the jokes would not have been in there.
Yeah.
And it was really, like, I laughed out loud genuinely a lot.
Right. I thought the jokes were good, and like, you know,
what was the one that we kept laughing at, and I heard you say that's such a good joke. It was I think I have
yes, oh my god, Crohn's disease, dude. I died at that one. I was like, holy shit, that is a great fucking joke.
That was
I could not stop laughing. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just good jokes. The acting was good.
Yeah,
high production value for sure. Apple TV. Yeah, that stuff, but.
And that was a good movie. Like, I would watch that again.
Yeah.
I feel like my parents would enjoy that. Like, I kind of want to watch that with my family when I'm home, although we don't have Apple TV.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some way to get it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like my parents would like that too. It's just good.
Yeah. But. I also really enjoyed that Do Revenge movie.
Oh yeah.
That I watched a couple weeks ago with Lydia. Yeah. It was just like a teen drama movie, but like I don't know. It was like a well done one. Like, it wasn't super like cheesy and like cringy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I watched The Woman King the other night.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. It was really good. Yeah. I mean, Viola Davis is just so. She's so good. She's so talented. And I'm like, everyone in the film was really good, and the like fight choreography in that movie is insane.
Yeah, really good.
I just, again, like, my actor brain, I was like, wow, the amount of like work that went into this, and just like rehearsals that they probably had to do, and just like stunts and everything. Like, it just, because they're big fight scenes.
Yeah, I believe that. It looked like a big action movie. Like, from
it was. There was a lot of fight scenes that like lasted for a long time. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, I don't really know what else. I didn't really watch a lot of movies this year, I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair.
Favorite thing that happened this year?
Favorite thing that happened? That's a big one. Let me think. That's actually a good question, though. Starting our podcast. I don't know if there's one thing that stands out to me this year.
Oh, he's gonna change it. Oh, okay.
No. That probably is it. Yeah. No, that is it for sure.
No.
Thanks. Here's the thing, family.
No, I'm just kidding. You can change it.
I don't think I would, though, because I don't know that there's anything else that stands out to me. As far as the short film goes, just writing that script, that did feel really good to actually start and finish something. Because I feel like I've tried starting writing things before, and it's really easy to like give up or just be like, this isn't any good, and not actually finish it.
Yeah, no,
Instead of actually like go all the way through and like have a final product. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How about you? Favorite thing on the year?
This podcast.
This podcast.
I really have enjoyed this. Favorite thing that happened this year. I mean, finding out that I'm gonna have a nephew is really exciting.
That is exciting.
But I think I'm gonna steal yours and say, like, I'm not done with it yet. But we're close. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll have a first draft written. But yeah, I think like deciding that I'm actually gonna write the film that I'm writing, because I've been thinking about it for a while, and like just I feel like that initial, like, even just like saying it out loud to somebody else, like your idea, and being like, God, I hope this like actually is okay. And like I remember talking to Hannah about it again. Hannah, hi. Because Hannah's writing it with me. And then she's gonna direct it too. Like our initial meeting about it and me like telling her my idea for the film and like my vision, because like I like had the vision in my head, but I've never written a script before and she has. So I was like, I don't know how to get this into like onto paper. Like my brain was just so jumbled. And she was like, I got you. And I was like, cool, thanks. But I think just like talking to her about it and her like, I guess like validating that like it wasn't a stupid idea.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to her, like, before we put too much time and energy into this and I take up too much of your time, do you like, can this actually be done? Like, can we really do this? Like make a movie? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
Sweet.
So yeah, and then just like asking like my friends that are gonna like be in it, and Hunter and Luke who are like gonna film it, like just talking to them about it, and again them like believing in it and not being like, that's stupid, I don't want to work on a film about that, like cause like I wrote the like initial idea for it like over a year ago, and I did nothing with it because I was like, this is stupid, nobody's gonna want to do it, so I didn't do anything about it. And then and now it's like actually happening. So yeah, it
feels good, right?
It does. And I feel like, because we've talked about this before, about how we're constantly told like create your own stuff and write your own stuff, and but it's just so hard when like, I think especially like as an artist, like you want to put good work out there and you're like, okay, but if it's my own stuff, like how do I know that it's good? Right. Like, you know, like it's so much easier to take someone else's script and like do the scene as opposed to write it. Like it's a very scary and like vulnerable thing to do, to be like, this is my mind on paper, hope you enjoy. Like,
and now I'm gonna try to make an entire movie out of it.
It's terrifying. But I'm really proud of us for doing it.
Yeah, I am too. I'm excited for the year. I think it's gonna be really cool to see.
Yeah, I am too.
I know I'm like so braced for it to be like a huge learning experience and just be like, wow, a lot of that went horribly. But like I'm just like ready to roll with the punches, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, so I'm really excited about it, which I mean, listen, my film is not, it's a very dramatic film, like it it's so funny because we'll like write something and then Hannah will be like, cool, okay, great, love it, and then she'll be like, well, no, I don't love it, like that's that's not what I mean, and I'm like, it's okay, you know. And she's always like, I have to come up with a different word than cool. Like, this isn't cool. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, you can say it's cool. Cause yeah, it's dramatic. So it sounds weird to be like, I'm having so much fun with it.
Like, this is exciting. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Like shit like that sounds so weird because you're like, oh yeah.
But I am. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be questioning my life choices when it's about to come out.
Right,
and
especially when you have a finished product and you're
the
the one who's seen it. Like, you'll almost be like, maybe I just burned this and nobody ever needs to know. But
then someone's like, "Weren't you making a film?" What? I was.
I hate film.
I feel
so I don't think that was me.
I feel like that was a dream that you had.
Are you doing okay? Like what? Yeah.
Do we need to talk?
Yeah.
Do you want to quickly say your hopes and
some
dreams
resis?
and aspirations for the new year?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hit me with it.
Pretty big. Okay,
Please.
let's see. I don't know that I've really sat down to plan this out, but let's see. Some resolutions for the new year. I would like to well, let's hit some easy ones. Finish school. Hopefully get a work from home, like software development job where I'm making
our boys
more
graduating
money and working from home. I want to write a lot more and turn those things that I write into actual like videos, especially like easier ones like sketches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I would like to do something longer too, as far as like whether that's only like 20 minutes in like a pilot or something, or like pushing like an hour of a short
That'd be
film.
cool.
Yeah, so I think that's a big goal, is honestly just in general create more. And those are the big ones. There's always the small ones that are like, oh, I should work out more, or I should eat better, but those ones don't really connect to the heart as much. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, maybe I'll just never be that guy who's in great shape.
Listen.
I'll kickflip one day, but I'm never going to have a six-pack.
I love you, but you don't have to say resolutions that you're not going to do. Like,
right.
It's okay.
You're like, oh, maybe I'll
it's
work
okay.
out more. Yeah. So yeah, those ones don't really count. I've never been a big resolution guy in general, though.
Me either, really.
I never really got the.
Yeah, I've never been a big resolution guy either.
Yeah, I never thought that about you. What about you? Hopes, dreams, resolutions, goals.
I mean, finishing my short film, and putting it out in the world for people to judge it. Fun.
We love that.
Fun.
We love that.
I'm gonna hopefully do that half marathon again.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I want to last time my goal was to get under 2 hours, and I got 1 hour 52 minutes and 55 seconds. So this time I want to get under an hour and 50 minutes.
Nice. That's a good goal.
Yeah. I also just like want to create more. Like I really feel like writing this short film has really, like, I just want to do it all the time. Like Hannah and I meet like twice a week because we just like want to keep doing it. And I've really enjoyed that. And I've been writing like more poems and stuff, and I just I don't know. Writing was always something that I thought I'd never be able to do. And now that I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I can.
Yeah.
It's been really fun, and I just want to I just want to create more. I would love to get paid to do that, but
one step at a time.
Nevertheless, I'm having fun just doing it. I'm really excited for this podcast to continue. And I say that we finally work together.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good resolution. Yeah.
We've always talked about doing that scene from This Is Us, because we did there's a scene from This Is Us that we both did in our acting classes separately. And we talked about filming it together once. Never did it.
Never did. Yeah.
Story of our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
But whether it's like we finally do that, or just like once we're both done with our films, we like write a little sketch or something that we do together. Not that like we're not creating together doing this,
right?
But I think it would be fun to act together. Yeah.
No, I wholeheartedly agree.
Because I had fun doing that 40-hour film festival with you, so it would be fun to like do something like that again. And yeah, and hopefully I'll see my family more.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe travel more.
Would love to travel more. I don't know.
Also,
I
I
don't know if it's in the
apologize
cards
for
for me
how I
next year.
sound right now. I'm getting over a cold, and I just realized I sound so stuffed up.
A little bit. It's not terrible.
Okay, thanks.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, travel would be great. I don't know that it's in my cards next year. At least not any big trips, just as far as money goes, you know?
Yeah. But hopefully, we're going to go to the Yosemite.
Yosemite. Mm-hmm. Hopefully. Yeah, we do have that. Yeah, I think there will be trips. Absolutely. Like, I guess sometimes when I think travel, my mind immediately goes to like international travel.
Yeah.
Which seems less likely, but there will definitely be trips like Yosemite and
yeah,
we
that's
might
so
make
true.
it out to Oregon.
I like don't really consider like traveling within the US, which like is crazy because the US is
It's
so
huge,
big.
Yeah.
And there's so many. Listen, it has its issues, but there's so many beautiful places in the US.
So much, like unique areas too.
Yeah.
That, like, there are amazing places to travel and tons of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't feel the same as like
Yeah.
actual traveling. You're not like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm taking a trip. You're just like, I'm
Yeah.
going camping.
Right. That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just call it going
Yeah,
camping
right?
instead of like, yeah. That's
Traveling,
funny.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited to camp more in general. I think next year. I feel like I'll probably do that a little
Maybe
more.
surf
'cause
more?
The girls yeah. Maybe surf more. It shouldn't be hard to beat.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a good year for us. I'm excited.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
2023. You know, it's
Mhm.
our Jordan year.
Or what?
It's Jordan year.
Oh, our Jordan year. Yeah.
What did you think I said?
I don't know. I didn't understand. I was like, Jorgen?
It's because I'm so stuffed up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the world's Jordan year.
It really is.
Yeah.
Wonder how they'll do. Folks, thanks for joining us for the 10th episode. The
and
final of the season.
episode of 2022
of
our first season. Yes.
Yeah, thank you for all the support this whole season. I know there have
Mhm.
been a good chunk of you guys that have stuck with us and listened to every episode or almost every episode. And
Yeah.
even if you've only listened to a couple, that's still awesome.
Or you only listen to 10 minutes of each episode. We appreciate it.
Yeah, anything. Any of your time spent with us is great.
Yeah.
Hopefully we keep getting better and better for you so you can enjoy it more and more.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, happy holidays. Happy New Year. We hope you have a wonderful, magical holiday season, and we wish you all the good things in 2023.
It's your Jordan year.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll see you next year.
See you next year.
Bye.
Bye.